One of the great blessings that we have at the Church Magazines is that we really see the whole church. And we see this wonderful, powerful group.
The Lord's intimately involved in this work.
We hope that we teach children as well as delight them.
The Ensign came out in 1971, January 1971, and that issue, there was a sound sheet attached to it, what we would call today a multimedia piece.
This is a rare opportunity to reach members of the church in this way.
The last one to speak on that record was Joseph Fielding Smith, who was the president of the church at the time.
It is estimated that nearly 350,000 families will receive the first issue of our new adult magazine, The Ensign.
30 years ago, the magazines were being published primarily for the English church, because that's where the membership was. But as you know, about 30 years ago, there was an explosion of missionary work. The international magazines became more tied closely to the 3 English magazines, and there was a direct effort to try and create content for the worldwide church.
This magazine can be a great influence for good if you will read it. Over the months, it will help build your testimony and offer aid in coping with the problems of the world.
Even though we're planning a year out, we constantly get letters from people thanking us. Oh, this article came out just at the right time. I just needed that message today.
There was a committee of general authorities who studied the magazines, and they decided that they needed a separate magazine for children like they already had, as well as a separate magazine for teenagers. Copy machines were just starting to come about, but we didn't have one at the time, so I would take carbon paper. If you put it behind an original that you were typing, it would put impression onto the next page. So it took a long time to get the manuscripts ready. And today it's much easier because we have computers, of course, and you can make the corrections right away and print off as many copies as you want.
Younger people of the church will be motivated and strengthened if they have access to the children's magazine, The Friend, or the magazine for our youth and young adults, The New Era.
Right from the beginning, there was an interest in how can we capture the hearts and the souls and the interest of the youth of the church.
We always have people that say, why don't you put a lot of parent tips in, and why don't you tell the leaders what to do, and why don't you tell the parents what to do, and why don't you address the parents in the magazine? And it's always been very important to me that the magazine is for the children.
One of the things we have learned over the years is that teenagers like to hear from other teenagers, whether they're in Madagascar or Maine. Look, this kid, he found an answer to the same thing that I'm trying to deal with. Hey, what if I tried this? What if I tried this? And when it's their peers telling them, this is a way to find an answer, that's also a very good way to touch their hearts and to get into their souls and to show them that the gospel really does answer their questions. The future of the church is just absolutely bright. And you meet some of these kids and they're so good and they're so intelligent and so bright and so capable. We just need to help awaken in them an awareness that they are sons and daughters of God and that they can do great things.